Mandalorian. Dog shit.
Okay.
No, dog shit.
Okay.
It's very, it's dog shit that's sitting inside of a Bentley. So from the outside, it looks great, but it's a hot day. It's shiny. The pearlescent paint's fucking incredible. You open the door. There's an umbrella that's shoved in the fucking door handle so that your butler can come out and like shield you from the water falling from the sky. But then because it's hot outside and there's a dog shit on the front seat, it smells terrible. And it is! But you're in a Bentley, you want to sit and drive through it anyway, because it's a Bentley, and how often do you get a chance to drive a fucking Bentley, even if it means you sit on a pile of steaming dog shit? And that's exactly what the show is! Shit, they couldn't even get the fucking main actor to sit in the suit for every episode!
That's true.
It's embarrassing!
That's true.
They spent a shitload of money to make a very pretty-looking show that had a soundtrack that thank fuck they could do the do-do-do-do-do-do, but Star Wars edition, every 3 fucking seconds, they fell into a Baby Yoda merchandising fucking gold mine.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where they're just cutting away from things in the scene to show Baby Yoda's head pop down from the fucking top of the frame and look around like, I'm here, don't forget I exist.
And Baby Yoda laughs like a kid. Like a little tiny child,
fuck,
bro.
Dude,
it's so
it's
weird,
the Wilhelm
bro.
scream of baby noises. Yeah. I heard it in like 7 movies during the Christmas holiday.
They couldn't even take the time.
It's the exact same voice clip.
They couldn't take the time to actually create a unique voice.
Why does he sound like a human baby?
I don't know. That part throws me out. Kayla and I, every time we hear it, we're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Why?
Why is he making goo goo gaga sounds?
That's fucking weird. And then you have a show where it's a bunch of episodes that exist in silos, basically, from one another, with very minimal cross story arc between the two.
Yeah.
Or multiple.
It's a morning episode of cartoon,
and
man. That's what it is.
Nothing fucking happens at the end of every episode. It resolves the exact same way, with nothing in the main thread of the story changing, and it remained that way until the very fucking last episode.
It's a Warcraft quest every time.
Ended poorly. With nothing being answered of any kind, nothing to even answer a little bit to give you enticement to wait and watch the next fucking season. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir, said Willy fucking Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, which I'd rather watch than The Mandalorian. You can watch episode 1, episode 2, and skip directly to 8. And you know what you missed? Nothing. You have the exact same information that I, who have suffered through all 8 episodes, have in my being after having watched intently and hoping that they take these characters, some of which who are relatively intriguing, and do something with them. But we got nothing. We got less than nothing. And then we got a shitty fucking acting job by Carl Weathers on top of all that. Like, discount Billy D. Williams showed up to fucking play a guy that basically looks the same. And then they did like this weird fucking like red versus blue ass joke segment with 2 of the people that like snatched. You know what I mean? Stormtroopers. They're sitting there and they're having their conversation.
I didn't mind that.
It was funny.
I didn't mind that.
But it was like...
It was nice to see the personalities and know that there's people underneath those suits. And
they made the they can't hit anything joke where they literally shot at some shit.
I thought that was cute. I like that.
It was as cute as Baby Yoda, but that doesn't make anything about the show good. It's just like...
I know. Hey, listen, I'm not too far off. Okay, so if you had to rate it, what would you give it out of 10?
5.
Oof, okay.
No, you know what? Fuck it. It's a 4.
Woo!
It's a 4. And all 4 of those points are that scene for making me giggle, 1 intriguing character that they kill off, and it looks and sounds pretty good. That's it.
Looks really good. It is a pretty looking show.
That's all 4 points it earned.
All right. I'm gonna, okay. So I'm actually, like, I can't really argue with your point of view because I agree with almost everything you said. In fact, I do. I'm not as jaded about the show. I think what it is for me is I appreciate what they were going for, and at the core of it, I enjoyed what they did. I just emotionally felt nothing.
That's because nothing happened.
Exactly. I at the end of the show, I didn't give a fuck that there was no more episodes. At the end of The Witcher, I said, fuck. I have to wait another year to see this show.
And that's the crazy thing about The Mandalorian is that nothing fucking happened for the entire season, and we still have to wait an entire year to find out anything that we probably should have been told.
Well, when you think about
in the first season.
The Mandalorian, we got 4 hours of Star Wars because it's like 30 minutes an episode, and we got 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Right? With The Witcher, we got 8 hours of stuff.
Yeah.
And I still wanted more. The thing is with The Witcher, and I said this before, and even up until the end, which I thought the final 2 episodes I found were the best because they coincided together. And finally, there was some progression of story.
Yes.
And I like what they did at the very end when there was the with the dark saber, whatever the thing is called.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Although I thought the animation and stuff on it was really badly done. I thought they could have done it another way. Although comic book wise and stuff,
it looks pretty much what it looks like. Yeah.
But I still think it looked weird. Ultimately, I give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Simply because I look at it as something that isn't the episodes and something I can consume at home that I don't have to really spend much money on. Like, I have a service and it's just there. 30-minute episodes of 4 hours through the whole thing is not a huge time sink. Am I excited for season 2? Not really.
I will. I'm promising you this right now. Other than when we talk about whatever news comes up on this podcast, I will forget that show exists.
Yeah, I'll watch season 2. I'm hoping that it gets better. I'm hoping that there's more story going on. I'm so like I just don't care about The Mandalorian. I wish I did. And there are plenty of people out there that love the show and they think it's the best thing Star Wars has done in a while. Which
people watch The Great Wall, Jeff.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. I had a better time watching Rise of Skywalker than I did watching Mandalorian. If I'm just gonna keep it 100,
and before we get to it, that's not a yikes,
and that's not saying too much.
No, I think it is saying a lot because it's not saying too much.
And you know what? I know that one's on a much larger scale, and I'm more invested in that story than the other. But The Mandalorian had an opportunity to really hook me in and do something really unique. And you know what? I'm gonna have a hot take here. I actually just don't find The Mandalorian and the lore of Mandalorians very intriguing. And I'll keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't think, and hey, listen, I'm the minority here because The Mandalorian is, at one point, the biggest show in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I know The Witcher's killing it now, but I'm happy Star Wars has found something that fans are gravitating towards and that they're almost universally loving, and it is because of Baby Yoda. There are other things too. I'm happy for Star Wars. I'm happy for the Star Wars fans because they've been bickering and bitching at each other for everything. And it's nice that they can bitch and bicker about the movies, but with the show, they've kind of come together and said, yes, we want more of this, and Disney will give them more of this. For me personally, this is also a show that is skewed, again, that does well with women. And also because Baby Yoda, it's cute. I'm with you on the baby noises of Baby Yoda. I thought that shit was horrible. It takes me out of the show completely. I ask myself every time, why does that thing sound like my son did 6 months ago? I don't know. I don't get it. I like what they're doing with quote-unquote Baby Yoda, which he's not actually Baby Yoda. He has a name. We just don't know it yet, and what yada, yada, yada. But the thing is for me is this is like an MMO, World of Warcraft, where you go up to an NPC, you get a mission, you go out to whatever planet, you finish the mission, you come back, you give it to the dude, he gives you some money, and you do that for 7 episodes until eventually all the things that you did, in some Actually, not even all the things.
You did some side quests.
You did
now
some-
you do one mission.
One main
that's
mission.
The main mission.
That's the main storyline.
That's it.
And then when you do the first main mission, it's like doing the first main mission.
Yeah.
There isn't.
You still don't know anything.
You still don't know much. You just started the game. So I really looked at it like it's a cartoon episode, and it did come from a lot of the episodes come from the guys that did the Clone Wars, which is an animated movie.
Yep.
A lot of it the way it was filmed felt very animated, which is okay. I wanted something a little bit more cinematic, and I wanted something a little bit more serious. But
I wanted something with story and character development surrounding one of the most intriguing aspects of the Star Wars universe. See, what pains me is that you don't find the Mandalorian stuff intriguing, but I think that's because your first real major exposure to the Mandalorian stuff is this, and they did nothing. They took a bunch of really good existing lore for Mandalore and Mandalorians,
yeah,
and mentioned that shit in passing.
yeah. I like
briefly.
I like the making of the armor and putting on the things, and it still felt very video game. Like you're getting upgrades. You're literally going to the armory after you're done a mission,
getting upgrades,
and you're upgrading your character. It was bizarre, and it was the same.
Yeah,
it was like
you knew how every episode was going to end.
And you knew how it was just no.
Yes, it was
no.
It was not a good show.
No, it wasn't.
It was not
Adam.
a good show.
No, it wasn't. And I'm going to take another hot take here. This is my last hot take, and we're moving on to Rise of Skywalker.
That's going to be the real hot
I
take.
actually think Star Wars is dog shit without lightsabers and Jedis. I actually, from what I've been given, from what I'm seeing,
I would agree based on what you've been given, yes, as a consumer, yes.
As a consumer.
Yeah.
Because Star Wars is such a huge, vast, massive universe that they could have tapped into so many things, but they're giving us bounty hunters, and they're not even giving it us in a way that is exciting and intriguing. It had Disney piss all over it. It was PG, a laughing a baby Yoda, little cutesy little character that they're going to sell a fuck ton of merchandise on. Bro, if you're going to give me a wild western in Star Wars world, give me some fucking action. You know what? The Witcher did in the first episode, shit just set the tone, and I was like, God damn, shit is real. When shit goes down, somebody's getting fucked.
Yes.
And I mean not even fun. Someone's getting fucked.
Bad.
But at the end of the day, it's Disney.
Yeah.
So there's only so much fucking we can possibly get, bro. And I'm just telling you, I don't find what I've been given from Star Wars anything cool outside of lightsaber battles, Jedi shit, because the stakes are just not there. And the writing, this isn't Game of Thrones, bro. There is no real politics. There's no story. There's no characters to get behind. Nobody's really dying.
Do the magic hand thing. Do the magic hand thing, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's and you know what's the best the best parts of of the shit is old stuff. You got fucking Yoda, right? You got a baby Yoda, people that already love Yoda. You've got stormtroopers where you're like, "Oh shit, that was actually funny. That's kind of cool." And then you've got
you know what this is, in my opinion. Okay, you know what this is in my opinion is that they're doing Star Wars with lightsabers and Jedis is fucking easy mode.
Yeah,
it is. You can be brain dead.
Yeah,
and put something together that will be entertaining to watch enough to make $1 billion.
Yeah,
that is brain dead mode.
Yeah.
Unlike that, not that there isn't just cornucopia of phenomenal lore and extended universe to draw from that's compelling with fantastic characters and storylines that would make spectacular film and TV.
Yep.
But you actually have to try.
Yeah.
And the thing about Star Wars, ever since Disney's bought it, that I have come to the conclusion is that at the end of the day, we're not going for effort here. We're going for putting our money in to get maximum money out, and we're going to play to those strengths and those strengths only, and we're not interested in making compelling film of literally any kind.
Yeah.
Disney's a merchandising machine.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing with Star Wars.
Yep.
And that's what they're going to do with everything else that they buy up.
Yep.
Because that's where their money is.
Yep.
And that's what we're getting with Star Wars. And so for somebody that wants more, it's not that it doesn't exist. It's just you better hope that you like to read books. Because that's where you're going to get it. And outside of that, you have KOTOR 1 and 2 in the games.
Yep.
And then you're left basically, there's like, but there's also like some.
There's
like,
a bunch of fan-related
there's some
stuff.
old PC
yeah,
games and stuff. There's a couple. But
listen,
you have to go looking for it where you would hope that, because I think it's because we like Star Wars so much, we want them to treat it with some fucking respect.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about this now. We'll just jump right into it. If there is a word that is missing from the storyline that has been Disney's handling of Star Wars, respect does not enter the equation at any juncture. In fact, I would say it's been disrespectful in more ways than they have approached the line of respecting both those who came before, those who are still there, and those who would come after. In misusing this property. And they get to this point, because, and I've said this as well, is that at the end of the day, you could do almost anything with Star Wars, and if you put a Jedi with a fucking lightsaber in it, you are going to make $1 billion, and you are going to go walk away thinking that you did the right thing because you made $1 billion. Mm-hmm. And then you convince yourself that it's a good movie because it made $1 billion.
Yep.
And then that's it. You walk away from it and you're happy. And then you have Rian Johnson syndrome, where he creates the worst Star Wars film of all time. Still worse than the one we just watched, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Worst of all time.
Let's get into it. Rise of Skywalker. I gave The Mandalorian a 6 out of 10. Don't care to see it again. If it comes out, well, it will. I'll watch it. We'll talk about it again. Yeah. For those that love The Mandalorian, hey, good on you. I can see why you love it. It's a great casual. Kayla enjoyed it a lot. So good on you. For me, nothing happened. The Witcher's better, period. And I think The Mandalorian is the most overhyped show that has hit television since, like, I can't even remember.
Well, it's the most overhyped show since that I can think of that's like a first-party show since the streaming wars began.
Yeah, I agree. 6 out of 10 for me, and that's generous. That's generous. Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker? Is it 6 for you?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I meant that was Mandalorian. No, that was Mandalorian.
Okay, Mandalorian for me is a 4.
You said 4.
Yeah.